It's time to rethink our retirement planning strategies or how we think about achieving financial freedom. The rules of the game are changing, but they're not being spoken about enough. So let's break down some of the myths and misconceptions about retirement planning and get you thinking differently about your future. The industry says that a successful retirement means being able to retire on 75% of your final income. In other words, if you're earning 40,000 Rand a month, having enough money invested to generate a pension income of about 30,000 Rand a year should be your goal. And that figure needs to be able to increase with inflation each year. But 75% is really just a random figure. You might need 50%, you might need 90%. So the often quoted statistic that only 6% of South Africans can afford to retire is misleading. Your lifestyle is ultimately what will determine what you actually need. To achieve that 75% replacement ratio, you need to be investing 17% of your income for 40 years. Sounds quite tough, right? It's a huge challenge. Clearly, we all need to get better at living within our means. We're also confronted by an environment with poor investment returns. The returns your investments need to be delivering over that 40-year time frame are about inflation plus 5. Said another way, you need to be achieving investment returns of 10% per annum plus based on current inflation rates. But our traditional retirement investments like pension funds and retirement annuities haven't been delivering anything close to that. The 10-year median return for a balanced fund in South Africa is only about 7.5% a year. And then we're all living longer. With medical advancements and advances in technology, living beyond 100 is going to become the norm. And that changes everything. So especially now, if you're still in your 20s and 30s, the idea of retiring by the age of 65 and having enough money to last you well into your hundreds simply doesn't work. So what can we do? It's time to start rethinking traditional retirement planning models. First off, we need to get ready and prepared to work longer. If you're young, be prepared to find ways to keep generating an income well beyond current traditional retirement ages. So finding something you love that can generate income for longer is going to be critical. AI is going to be changing the world of work as we know it anyway. So you've got to be prepared and adapt. We all need to be investing smarter. Don't just focus on the tax benefits provided by traditional retirement vehicles, which is what the industry almost exclusively focuses on, while ignoring their poor returns. No tax incentive can make up the difference in return between getting 7.5%, which is what most balanced funds are currently delivering, and the 10% plus that you actually need to be able to retire successfully one day. So looking at things like offshore investments and various other flexible investment products that can achieve higher returns are absolutely critical. And then something that applies to all of us is we all have to get better at living within our means. And we're going to have to be prepared to invest more for longer. That starts with things like getting out of debt, getting on top of your cash flow, not overextending yourself on things like your home loan. Look to spend money on experiences instead of things. So over time, you can begin to invest not only 17%, but potentially 20, 25% and even more of your income if you really hope to achieve financial freedom one day. While the median balanced fund in South Africa has only generated about 7.5% per year over the last decade, the Rand has devalued at a rate of about 5 to 6% a year on average for the last 30 years. So do we aim to measure financial freedom in Rand terms or in hard currency? As the world becomes smaller due to globalization, international career mobility, opportunities, travel, and the fact that you may even want to emigrate at some point, you just don't know, means how you define financial freedom shouldn't only be in Rand terms. So that requires a major shift in thinking. Retirement planning isn't simply a one-size-fits-all approach, but it is time to challenge the status quo and make better plans that suit our individual needs. Let's rethink retirement and create a future that's truly successful for us. Check out our full article on retirement planning, either below, or there'll be a link to it in the comments section for a deeper dive. Thanks for watching.